Welcome back to another workshop build video. Today I'm going to be running the power from the main panel in the house to the sub panel out in the workshop. Now, quick disclaimer, I'm not an electrician. I'm just a guy who's running his own power to his outbuilding, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's get started. Okay, I'm up under the house, and what I'm about to do is probably about as far from code as you can get. So definitely consult your code professional before doing this. I'm here under the box, under the panel, and what I'm going to do is take off this cap here and put a pipe on it that will allow me to get my wire up through here. So I'm going to pull this off with a drill real quick. This is the cover for that main power conduit there. And I have a 1 3/8 bit here that will allow a 1-inch pipe to go through. So I'm going to take this and just put a hole through here. This allows me to put this adapter in here and cinch this down. And now I can attach a conduit pipe to here, and it will allow me to get the wire up into the house. To come out of this box right here, I'm going to be attaching this 90°. And first of all, I'm going to just put some pipe glue in here and get this one sealed off. Okay, on that first end. And then inside of this, I've got one of these wire clamp pieces here. And I'm just going to get that screwed into the end so that the wire will be held into place once it comes out of here. Now on the other end is going to be the attachment of this box here. So I'm going to put a little bit of pipe glue in here and get that attached. Okay, let that sit for just a moment and then we'll start feeding the wire through there. That glue's had a chance to set up there, so I'm going to insert the wire into the end here and start feeding it through this conduit pipe. Now that I have the wire threaded through that conduit, I'm going to be pushing it up through the floor here to get up into the house. The wire has made it up through the box here. I'm just going to pull enough out so that I could easily get up here to the top for all the wiring I need, even though this breaker is just going to be right here. So we won't have to have quite this much, but it will be good to have plenty sticking out. So I'm going to bend this over so it doesn't slide back down into the hole, and we'll go put that covering on back downstairs. Okay, this is what we've got. This is drilled through here and goes up into the house, curves around and comes out here. I added this extra piece of wire to give a little bit more to bite down on, because this is a big piece here. Now I need to run this wire down under the house here to the back. So do that now. Guess I'll have to uncoil it as I go. Now I noticed that there's a wire up here, so I may end up following along that to keep the wire from just being loose down here. I have the wire under the house run to about this point right here. Now the workshop is about another 4 or so feet this direction, so I need to get a hole big enough for this box right here to fit up against the house, and that's going to be more than 1 inch there. And I don't really have a bit that's designed, or a large enough bit, which would be like 1.5 inches. So I'm going to be drilling a bunch of little holes and then knocking that out. But it's just a block, so it shouldn't be terribly difficult. What I like to do is come over, let me see here, it needs to be about 5 feet this direction. And I'm going to go down to this second block down here. So I want to go down from the top of the siding about 10 inches here, ought to do it. And then, let's see, each block is going to be 16 inches, so here's one, here's two, give or take a little bit there. There's three. I think 4 blocks ought to do it here. I'm thinking at 4 inches here ought to do it. I have several holes drilled there. I'm going to swap over to a larger masonry bit here. I don't have too much larger, so hopefully this one will work. Okay, let's see how well that does. Hopefully it's large enough. Oh my, not quite. I'm gonna have to route that out some. And whenever I work on the inside, I'll have to make sure it's big enough. So from this grade over here, I need 59.25 inch over this direction. So 59.25. Looks like I hit that pretty straight on right there. Well, we'll just say it's on the edge of this piece right here, because when I come down here, it needs to be 11.75 inch. So 11.75, yeah, so basically right on the edge of that. That's where it needs to be. So if I were to take my pipe here, it needs to be right there. After a bit of work, I was able to get the pipe through the wall here. Nailed it pretty good straight on. So now I'm going to just push the remaining wire through here. Man, so happy to be out of that crawl space. Got the pipe through and the wire has been run as well. So I'm going to use this box to go from here, and it's going to go down into the ground, go over, and then up under here. So I need to feed the wire through this, and I wonder if I can just go in this side here and then come back around and make the real sharp turn down there. No, wait, that's a mistake. It has to go through this side first. Okay, so we feed that and then we'll move on to the next step here. Now before I go outside and dig the trench, I'm going to put a 1 3/8 hole in the bottom down here so that the wire or that pipe can come up through it. And I have to go over enough to get away from the 2x4 that's or the 2x6 that's outside here. So I'm going to come out pretty close to the edge. And hopefully I won't hit a screw down here. All right, made it through. Nice. Okay, time to dig. So need to go from this spot over to about right here, a little bit of an angle, and get this trench dug. I think somewhere around a foot would be ideal here. For some reason I just got the memory of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, where he says, there are two kinds of people in this world. Those with guns and those who dig. I always liked that movie. It's long if you haven't seen it. Alright, my trench is dug. Now because of my gutter drain pipe in this corner, I couldn't go down the full foot, but I'm at least 8 inches. So I've got this 90 degree here with a coupling on the top, and this is going to be resting down here on the ground, and I need to find out what length of 1-inch pipe to cut from my other section over here. So to go from here to here, I think 8 inches will be perfect. So that's an 8-inch piece, and let me find out what the other section is over here. 29 inches. Very nice. Alright, got that 8-inch piece first here. Right there. This is the only saw I have with me right now, so it's just gonna have to do. I'm gonna use some pipe glue here and get this box attached. Just like that. This wire can be kind of difficult to pull through, so I'm going to go ahead and start each piece separately here. Pull it through. Oh wait, let's not make that mistake so quick. It's got to go through this piece first. Now I'm pretty sure with this underground wire, it was not even necessary to put the conduit on here, but I just like the idea of having a little extra protection, as I mean, you never know. Years down the road I may decide to put something in here and forget all about this wiring. Well, after a good bit of work, I've finally gotten all the conduit down. So it comes out of the house here, and I'm going to put this plate back on. Runs down in this trench and then comes up under the building here. Let me show you what it looks like down there. Okay, so swings up here, and I did not have enough conduit pipe, so I had to use a couple of regular PVC fittings, but as you can see, it goes up into the building there. And let me go inside and show you what it looks like in there. And I will be putting a cap on this side to prevent any moisture and bugs from getting in there. Okay, so inside the building here, you can see it just comes up in this pipe, and then here is the remaining wire. I sure am glad that I did not decide to just go with 75 feet of wire, because I got really close to the end here with 100. So my original measurement was off pretty bad. But got it done. Well, I'm almost out of light for today, but I have time for one more thing. I've got 2 grounding rods that are supposed to be put in 6 feet apart. So I've got one set there, and let's see about where the other one needs to go. Let's see, 4, 5. Okay, edge of this T over here. So, okay, that should be good there. So I'm going to drive these in as close to the ground as I can get. All I have is a sledgehammer, so let's see how well this is going to go in. Tell you what, do this long enough and you'll either have really strong forearms or arthritis. But it's going. Sadly, I miscalculated the length of grounding wire I would need, so it's going to be a little bit short here, but we'll make it work. Alright, and through. See how well this will poke down in here. Maybe I'll twist it around some. Okay, I'm going to have to go out there and pull it around that beam down there. With a little bit of work, I managed to get this large gauge wire out of that hole. So I need to, I guess, go ahead and slip this piece right here over and then get this piece down around here. Now sadly I misjudged the amount of wire I needed, so I'm gonna have to buy another piece and go from here to the other rod. So I think that's gonna be okay, as long as it's all still connected together. Come down just a bit here and tighten this. Okay, it is on there. I've almost got everything ready to turn the power on. Want to go ahead and get the box wired here. So I'm just going to take my razor knife all the way up here towards the top and start cutting down. I'm cutting above the ground wire now. See if I can't get this sheathing off of here. Alright, freeing up the black wire here. Okay, I managed to get all of these free of that sheathing. I'm going to start here with the ground wire, and it'd be awesome if I can get this to go behind the white wires here. Maybe it'll go. Alright, so down and around, and then I'm just going to kind of bend it off here so it'll go this way, and now I can cut that at about right there. Very good. And now I need to loosen one of these back here. This one looks pretty good. A lot of wind outside today. Okay, let's see about getting that stuck down in there. I'd still like that to be behind all the other wires. There we go. Got it. I'm going to screw that down so it's going to cinch down that wire. That way all the ground wires are kind of towards the back out of the way. Now let's work with the white wire here. Now the white has to go over here, so that's pretty much a straight shot. So I can cut about right there. Okay, flip this around, get this sheathing off of here. Nice. Okay. Just going to bend this until it goes into that top hole. And then get that screwed down. That's in there very nicely. Now, lastly, the black and red wires. I'm going to go ahead and get them attached to the breaker here. Now this has to span two different poles, so I'm going to put it in right here across these, and that will feed power. One side will go to this side, the other side will go to that side. Alright, I don't think it really matters which one goes to which, as long as it goes to each. So I'm going to cut this one down here at about this spot. Okay, get that one stripped down. then. I think I might have to loosen this before I get it in here. Oh. A little more there. There we go. Okay, last one, black wire, do the same thing, just come down here with enough room and then get that trimmed down. I think as long as it doesn't protrude past the edge of the breaker, then everything is good. Okay, give it a little tug, not going anywhere. So that's done. Now I want to get the panel cover on. So I'm going to need to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then pull out, skip 1, 2. So skip 1, 2. And then I still have to do the air conditioner, and I have to do a couple more outlets that are going to be up top. So I do have 2 more to go here. Let's see how we did here. Nice, okay. Like I said, oops, got one too many down there. I'm going to be putting one here for the air conditioner, and then one here, I guess it's alright, for the outlets up top. So looking good. Get this screwed in here. I just connected everything up to the house, and it's time to test this out. It's about to become really scary or really exciting. So I'm going to flip this breaker from the house and see what happens. Okay, we're good. Now I think I'm going to turn on this outlet down here first, and or this breaker, and see if this one works down here. I'm going to use this light here as a test. Hey, that's a good sign. All right, that one works. I'm going to turn it off and move to the next one. Okay, now moving on to the side close to the woods. Aha, success over here. All right, I just turned on the side close to the house. Let's see what we get here. Okay, that's working. That's 3 for 3. Good sign so far. Let's see. Now the last thing we need to do is try out the 2 rows of lights up here. Okay, now I'm going to switch on the front. This has the most involved. It's got that junction box with the computer switch and the light. So let's see how well that's going to do here. All right, nothing happened. Let me go over here and flip on this switch. Ah, we have light. Great. All right. Now I haven't wired in the other cans yet. I just got this first one. So let's step over here and see how well the computer outlet does. Okay, I'm going to plug up the computer here and see what happens. I guess it's not really a computer, it's just where the computer is going to go. Alright, it works. Now I don't have the outside outlet done yet, and can't test that just yet. Or the outside light. Okay, turning on the last breaker. Okay, and that is going to be for the backside can lights. So let's see how it works. Hey, there you go. Well, good news, it's all working. I tell you what, it sure is nice to have all these working on the first test. So, done something right. Now I still have to install the outside light and the outside receptacle, and then get the rest of the can lights wired up. but I think for this video, it's going to be good to go. So thank you for watching, and leave your suggestions and comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.